The mission of the club goes like this: a positive and supporting learning experience in which the members are encouraged to develop their communication and leadership skills, thereby enhancing their personal growth and self-confidence. In Toastmasters, we say that for enhancing your communication skills, you should participate more in the event. Like when you are starting meeting, you should be more attentive and should clap more enthusiastically. And also throughout the meeting, you should be more attentive and more participating. And in the mean process, you will be more, you will develop your self-confidence, and you will have you will be able to come forward and speak in front of the people. And let's take this meeting forward. Let me establish a ground rule of the meeting. The first, that entry and exit should only be during the applause, and you should not, you should keep your phone on silent mode. And the topics like sex, religion, caste, these are sensitive topics, so the speaker should be sensitive when he or she is speaking on them. So let's move the meeting forward and call upon stage our very talented Toastmaster of this club, Toastmaster Ritvik Das, who is president of the club.
Well guys, thank you so much for this flattering introduction that you have just bestowed upon me. I don't really know whether I deserve that or not. I'm seeing a lot of members here right now. It really feels good. Sir, today we will be hearing a story that is a true story. And I don't know whether it was destined for me to experience it today, but it happened today itself. I am regularly going to my coaching for my stock market and finance classes for the time being. There is a receptionist who is a 19-year-old little child. She's a girl. Now, a normal presumption will be that she is doing it for, like the normal empowered women, which is very much supported. And she became a very good friend of mine. I bring stuff like cold coffee and all. We have fun and friends like that after the class ends. So I stay there in the very nicely conditioned room. I study there for some longer hours in my course. There are extra courses that I'm doing, and I have a conversation chit chat with the girl. Today, through my conversations, I told her that your mom really cooks great. Have you ever called your mom, hey friend, or that Hindi lingo, tu kind of lingo that you call to your mom? Mostly women, daughters do to their mothers, calling their moms by using the tu lingo. So she said, yes, absolutely. I call my mom tuta, all that lingo. And then the next question that I posed towards her is, and what do you call your dad? Do you have the guts to call your dad tuta? She took a smile. Her smile was like this only. And she replied, I don't have a name. He expired it. Behind that smile, I knew what she was thinking. Behind that glow of her face, maybe a fake smile, but she held the maturity of not showing the world or what she was insecure and vulnerable about. The next question was, then how does your family earn? Who's the breadwinner? She told, I have 3 sisters. Elder sister is married away. She's also doing a job. Younger sister that I'm having, she is presently working. She's studying, and I'm working. Basically, today I met a girl who was 19 years old and who was a sole breadwinner of her family. I was shocked like anything, because I knew what sort of tussles I had with my parents back in my school days. I know what are the privileges I have been brought up with, and I know what I've gone through. And the first day in Delhi, 18th February, I had to cook myself. I thought cooking is pretty easy. I'll cook myself, I'll make my food, I'll save a lot of bucks, I'll invest in the stock market. I had all that investing acumen right through my school college days. The first day I cooked my own food, I took 1 hour in just chopping down the vegetables. I just took 10 minutes in eating it and another 20 minutes in washing the dishes. That day I understood what my mom was. Because to be very honest, I prefer not so many homemaking people. I told my mom I want a working woman as my wife. So that day I understood what a homemaker is. A huge round of applause to all the sole bread earners of the families first. A louder, thunderous round of applause for those people who are still in their teenage, lost their parents, and they are running their families without any excuses. So today when I'm searching for jobs, I know what I need to do. I know what kind of man I need to become. I need to know that what my father hides behind that smiling cheeks when he comes back home, drenched in sweat, but still having that smile. I know what he is all about. But all these emotional stories will be continuing forward. But let's call upon the team mode of today's evening. But hey, did you just know that I am also the team mode of today's evening? So again, a countless applause of me. But before we go about that, I'm looking at a lot of guests today. So I'll be calling one and everyone out here on the stage, and I would request you to actually say why did you come to Toastmasters? What are the objectives you want to achieve through Toastmasters? How did you come to know about Toastmasters? And most importantly, what are your present profession status quo in your life? So there's 3 questions you need to answer when you're coming on the stage. First person I will be calling upon, I've already understood, so please do come and tell us who you are, how did you come to Toastmasters, and what are the objectives?
I am Sandeep Jain. I am in government service. I am Group General Manager in Rights Limited, and my friend Mr. Sohil today invited me here. He was earlier coming regularly in Toastmasters, and I just asked him that I want to improve my communication. So he asked me to join this Toastmaster club. So I have come here first time. So my purpose is to improve my communication.
So you come to the best place in the whole world. That is really happy. Thank you so much. Sir, it's your turn. Please do come.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Roshan Suhail, and there was a time when I used to attend and conduct Toastmasters meeting as New Education and as the president of the New Delhi Toastmasters Club. I used to be active for more than 7 years in the Toastmasters until I started our own public speaking training academy that we call Speak India. And I conducted my own training sessions, many training sessions here in the very same room that we are attending meetings. I love the overall spirit, the purpose, the camaraderie of Toastmasters, and I consider myself as the biggest beneficiary of my own times when I used to be very active in Toastmasters. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
You have a live example in front of you, right? What are the benefits of Toastmasters? Sir, please. Your one.
Hello, I'm Saurabh Kumar. Right now I'm a college student. I came to know about Toastmasters through a friend, and my purpose was to improve my communication skill. But one of my problem was that I come from a second tier state, Jharkhand. So what I have observed and what I have reflected upon is that English as a medium of language, it is your parents or your teachers ask you to improve it, but English as a medium of conversation, it is not what we pursue. So this is a kind of problem I face right now in Delhi, and I want to work upon it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure you're not very disappointed for sure. Because you know what, I was in second year, Ramjas College, DU, Economics Honors. I joined the same for the same purpose, and today I'm with them. So moving forward, sir, please do come.
Hi everyone. Hi everyone. My name is Abhishek Mistry. I work as an IT consultant in Gurgaon, and I am already a part of Toastmaster Club, but that is an online specific Toastmaster Club that's named Backpackers. I'm here because I'm looking to move into a more like a club which conducts on offline sort of meetings. So that's why I'm here, and I'm here for, and the reason of joining Toastmaster is I want to improve my communication skills and also my leadership ability. Okay, thank you.
I still remember one of the beautiful statements that one of our UPSC coaches had once said, Vikas Divigarti, that in case it's classroom, in case it's teaching, education and love, all of that happens great when done offline. So it's a beautiful, beautiful statement. So I hope we are done with all the guests out right now. Now we're moving forward to the theme of today's meeting, taking over the joining the clubs of the team of today. Today's theme is the meeting, the model meeting roles that we are having in Toastmasters. How an ideal meeting should look like. And there was high time I need to actually throw some light on it, because we were finding some great areas of improvement of our club, because we need to work upon that. So starting with the sergeant at arms role to be done. It has to be done with absolute confidence, coming in the middle of the stage with a banner at the back and then spreading your arms and speaking like you're the boss. Starting with the mission, we are providing a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to improve their communication and leadership skills, thus improving their self-confidence and personal growth. As simple as that. Mission and the rise integrity. That is respect, integrity, service and excellence. These are the four things we need to mention. That is, to summarize, rise plus mission plus a flattering introduction, a deserving obviously introduction for the president. These three are the flagship key components what SA has to have. Today's meeting is going to give you what are the basic things one absolutely needs to have in their roles. We want a very formal but at the same time informal at a particular end, which we have kept the table topic segment for to have some fun out there, but the meeting also needs to have a lot of professionalism. And for that, moving forward with a presidential address. Today's presidential address of mine was kind of on an emotional level, so thereby I actually ditched the podium, because podium is more like a very diplomatic, it's kind of mini Rome that you're speaking on, whereas stuff like that. So I had to go on the stage, use my expressions, use it to the speaking area to actually understand the audience emotions and then throw my content out there. It was an emotional presidential address. But if I would be having the formal one, simple as going forward. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters and their guests, let's start today's meeting with great confidence. Keep it up. With this confidence, with the usage of hands, with this face that I'm having, the poker face or the more confidence face that you're gonna have, then only the meeting starts. Because the president is the gangster of the meeting. He needs to take it up forward. He is the one, the protector, preserver, and presider. Moving forward, he also needs to make the guests comfortable by bringing them on the stage. Because the guests also should know that okay, we have come to a place where we will become comfortable on the stage. How will you pitch to them? By giving them an atmosphere, by giving them experience in itself. So you bring them here. Moving forward, the team what comes. With this theme, the theme has to be short. I repeat, the theme of the team mode has to be short, crisp, and only to the content. The most important purpose of the team mode is to finish the meeting in time. The team mode starts it, the GM improvises it. But the 9:45 clock should click on it, and we're gonna have the ending of the meeting. That's how the theme works. So, moving forward, again taking up the meeting of role, the model role, will be calling upon the timer. We expect the timer to mention only certain things for sure. We do not want any single introduction on the theme or a talk on the theme, because that eats up the time. We only want the crux of the role, what we expect in the timer. Table topics, timings, icebreaker, speeches, and the evaluation. That's done. In case you want to start your timer's rule, just start with a quote like time and tide waits for none. Absolutely not. Short, crisp, moving forward with today's timer, none other than TM Ram on the stage.
So, timing is important for me, timing important for you, and timing is important for everyone. If we are not punctual in our life, we might miss opportunity. If we miss opportunity, so there is a less chances to achieve your aim in your life. If you want to know really value of the timing, just ask the athlete who lost his running part just for a few seconds. If you want to know value of the timing, just ask the person who just missed the train or flight in just for a few minutes. Last but not least, if you really want to know the meaning of the value of the timing, just ask the person who are in the back and taking last his breath. And he keeps on praying to God, so please give me some hours so that I can meet my son who just coming from the abroad. So timing is our freedom. Timing is a belief. And I must say timing is our heartbeat. So, very good evening to all fellow Toastmasters. My name is Ram and today I am playing a role of timer. So in this timing segment, we have three segments. One is a speech segment, which is an icebreaker. Second segment is a speeches, and third is a table topic, and fourth one is a speech segment. Each and every segment, I will show some colors. So if we talk about one, so speech segment. So speech, icebreaker speech segment. First for 4 minutes, I'll show green card, and for 5 minutes, yellow card, and red card for 6 minutes. Same with speech segment. 5 minutes for green card, 6 minutes for yellow card, and 7 minutes for red. And table topic. So we have a 1 to 2 minutes. For 1 minute, I'll show green card again, and 1.5 yellow card, and for 2 minutes, red card. And last speech evaluator. First will come for 2 minutes green card, and second is a 2.5 yellow card, and third is red one, which is a number 3 minutes. So please take care of the timing. Who are coming on the stage speakers who are going to speak and deliver your speech. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you so much. It was a very succinct report. A small suggestion will be maybe to cut off that particular pretty lengthy introduction that you had in your particular timer. You can just start the speech off. You want to know the importance of time? Ask someone who's on bed. Get that. So something like that. Just make a move, a voice modulation, stuff start. Moving forward, we all know what is the importance of language, right? Why you have come to Toastmasters? To speak in a particular language and to master it, and to use your hand gestures, your presence on the stage, and to master the art of communication, and thereby later leadership too. So therefore, there's an English teacher sitting among us who's going to come on the stage, point out the mistakes of your good speech, good usage, bad usage, stuff like that. Okay, let me not take out his role. I need to let him speak a bit of his part too. So moving forward with the language we are to do this evening, today we have TM Vinay on the stage.
Hello friends, I am your language evaluator for today. So what my role is, I have to look for where you are making correct uses of English words and which way you are making wrong moves, and I have to document it down. You have to keep in mind that whenever you use a word, it should be better. I would say we have sentence formation. So if that sentence formation is good, it creates confidence in you because the perception of yours changes in mind of others. So you have to take care of it. In case you like use any other language apart other than English, so kindly translate it to English also. That way it will be helpful for me. And that is all from my side. So I will come back to with the report.
Listen, and we need to mention certain things here. For every language evaluator, we need to mention a word of the day and an idiom of the day. We need to understand it's your first rule, and obviously we all have a first time. It's not necessary that we make it perfect. So let me give a word of the day myself, and that's going to be succinct. That is brief and comprehensive. Succinct. 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 So use this word as much as possible, and whenever someone uses it, what to do? Give a thumbs up. And what's the idiom of the day? On cloud nine. It's as simple as when you're super duper happy, you are euphoriated, something like that. On cloud nine. Moving forward, we have today's someone like we normally, when we are having a communication journey, we normally move from someone who's absolutely breaking in between his speeches. When you're speaking, he's having a lot of bumps, stuff like that, to becoming very smooth, right? He's having no flaws in his speeches. He just mentions he's very confident and has no bumps, no irregular pauses, and he's very smooth. He's very fluently. He's very fluent at the same time. So this transition has to be made by someone who actually looks into your bumps and then comes up on this stage and points it out to you. That look, you have a problem here. You have a problem of using a lot of irregular phrases and pauses. Let me not eat again his role. Let me speak, giving him a chance to speak. Moving forward to bring upon the account of today's evening, TM Raj on the stage.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I'll be basically the R counter for today. And as you all know, like whenever you are driving a car, there are speed breakers. And if there are speed breakers, they'll basically distract you. They'll break your journey in between itself. So as just to make this thing aware, I'll be the R counter of today, wherein I'll be just noting down whatever the filler words that you use, like and so I or something else. So I'll be rather a policeman in a role wherein I'll make sure that you don't use those filler words, so that you don't overshadow your communication, because it's very important for a flawless communication that you don't use any bumps or any filler words like that. So better be aware of that, because I'll be noting down and I'll be presenting my report afterwards. Yeah, over to you.
Do note it down. He is the policeman of today's meeting. Moving forward, after the Singam of today's meeting has already left the stage, we're going to have a segment which is prepared speeches segment. What is this segment all about? We'll be having members who have already made a speech at their homes. They have practiced it. They have, few stones on the mirrors of saying filler or something like that. They have actually did all that was necessary for having a very good speech here. Even if you would have noticed, some people were also practicing their speeches outside the conference room when you were entering. So yeah, they were practicing their speeches. So moving forward to the segment, the prepared speeches segment, we have the first speaker being TM Arman. But before I call him on the stage, we're going to have someone who's going to keep some eyes on him, who's going to have some again, that mini policeman, I would say, a constable kind of stuff, who's going to write down his problems, not problems, I would say, areas of improvement, and some great competitions from him. What is that job? Let's keep that a secret for the general evaluation segment. Moving forward, TM evaluator, TM Rakesh on the stage to say the intricacies of his project.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today I'll be evaluating the speech being delivered by TM Arman. He is doing project 1, level 1, and his pathway is leadership development. And his speech title is NCR. The purpose of his speech is to apprise us about the development of the rapid metro station in NCR region. My evaluation about his speech will be on the structure, content part and its delivery part, and I will present my report after the session whenever I will be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So here on we are calling upon some visual thing is the icebreaker. And it's a first step towards making the big effort, that is the first speech in the life of a Toastmaster. Everyone here remembers their first speech, to be very honest. Therefore, moving forward, TM Arman NCR Development. NCR Development TM Arman on the stage.
Greetings everyone. Traveling is something that everybody likes. But the moment the plan is done, the first question that comes to our mind is how we are going to reach there. So back in school I didn't used to travel a lot, but when I came to college, I started to travel a bit. So I realized that life in Delhi is quite fast and more advanced as compared to other cities of the NCR region. And it has more advanced developed infrastructure and easy accessibility and has its own lifeline Delhi Metro. However, the other cities of NCR does not have developed infrastructure and accessibility. The life of people are quite difficult and different from us. To tackle this, an idea of National Capital Region Transport Corporation has been proposed, which is a joint venture company of Government of India and states of Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Rajasthan and Delhi, which is mandated for the implementation of rapid rail transit system. And it's for the balance and the sustainable development, urban development of this region. Its vision is for providing equitable, fast, reliable and safe mobility solutions for the economic development of the region. And it's a dedicated high capacity and high speed rails which are going to connect the regional nodes of the region, and the development of such vast infrastructure are going to invite economic opportunities which will provide jobs and transform the lives of the people living in this area. And it is different from conventional rails and prefer to travel longer distances with fewer stations and at higher speeds. And the main aim of this whole infrastructure is to reduce the number of vehicles on the roads, thereby reducing the roadways dependency, and it will also reduce the travel time between cities. These rails will completely run on electricity, and reducing the number of vehicles together running these electrical trains will reduce the greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which will both be beneficial for the environment and the human also. These trains are being developed in such a way that every person will be able to afford these trains. They are not going to be so much expensive that only rich class is going to involve. Every person, it is being developed in economical way, right? And it is being developed in two phases. The first phase which is being going on, like it has three lines. The first line, if you have ever seen going to the Ghaziabad side, the Delhi Meerut line has already been under construction, and its main starting point is Sarai Kale Khan. If you would ever go, it is the completely whole different level. It is being, the ideas are being taken from London, Paris, and all around the world, China and all. And these trains are being manufactured by French company India, which will promote the Make in India initiative of government, and will also and the three lines that I will be saying, and the second line is the Delhi Alwar line, and the third line is Delhi Panipat line. However, the governments have just given the nod for the construction; they are not being constructed yet, and the future plans are already being shared by the government. The first line will be Ghaziabad Hapur line, the next is Ghaziabad Kurja line, and the Delhi Palwal line, Delhi Rohtak line, and the last will be Delhi Badaut line, which is going to Uttar Pradesh. And a lot of contractors have been given for the development of specific regions, because this is such a vast infrastructure that one company cannot take it. And Asian banks have come forward for the for providing money for the development and of these plans. And we have also seen some controversies being put on the government for the lack of funds. However, I hope that in future these problems do not arise, as it will cause only problem to common people, not to any others. And I hope to continue that government will also provide infrastructure which will continue to develop the nation and will boost the economy of our country, which will uplift the nation. Thank you.
Arvind Kejriwal coming up on the stage and speaking about the benefits and the cons of the Delhi infrastructure. Have you ever seen him? You know, the secretary, the chief secretary, the secretary of Arvind Kejriwal. They come on the stage and speak just like you. Whatsoever, I wish you will be in the office for pretty sure. Going forward, we have our second camaraderie of people coming up. We'll be having Nancy in the next, I have used the word camaraderie. And to give a succinct speech, again, succinct speech, and to take our intellectuality to cloud nine, we'll be having none other than him and Nancy on the stage. But before that, hey, let's call the same format. Let's call the constable. A constable. That is TM Nisha on the stage.
Hi everyone. Toastmaster Nancy will be giving his icebreaker speech. His pathway is presentation mastery, and the speech is level 1, project 1. And the timer should note that the speech duration is 4, 5 and 6 minutes. And the speech title is Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying. And the purpose of the speech of the icebreaker is that she has to introduce herself to the club. And my best wishes to the Toastmaster Nancy for his speech.
So, TM Nancy, get busy living or get busy dying. Get busy living or get busy dying. TM Nancy.
You have 8,600 seconds each day. It's your choice what you do with them. It's your choice to just keep living the life that just gets you by, or it's your choice to finally break out and take those chances that you have always dreamt about. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nancy Jain. I was born in Rajasthan and brought up in Delhi. I have always been confused when the question arises, where are you from? I don't know why, but I am. I was puzzled, and after brainstorming and reliving the memories and moments of my life, I couldn't think of anything that really stood out. I thought, what I would speak in those 6 minutes. Will it be my college life that was passed during COVID, or my present life where I just finished graduation and almost feel like an unemployed? I have an elder brother who is 7.5 years older than me. Whenever I tell this to someone, they are shocked by the age difference between us. But we have our own fights like any other sibling, despite the fact that we don't spend much time together because he's away due to his job. Well, most of us are corporate rats, so you'll be able to relate to the struggle. So I was a very studious child during my school time. They studious that there was another male kid who was my best friend. We used to sit together, eat lunch together. Even when one person used to go to the washroom, the other one had to go behind, no matter what. So our class teacher happened to notice this. She called our parents. Our parents came to the school. She said, with surprise, that your kids are behaving like this at this age, one goes after the other everywhere. Our parents looked at each other and bursted with laughter and disclosed the fact that we are cousins. Well, he was my first cousin of the same age and we spent 12 years of our school life together. What a cherishable one hell of a journey it has been. When I was in class 10, I got an award for 100% attendance. It was not even one day that I had skipped school. It was an achievement for me by the end of class 11th and 12th, where I was short of attendance and always wondered how could I not miss school in class 10. Well, when we grew up, a lot of things change. That's how life is. So, I've always been quite shy and quite introverted person when it comes to talking to people. Even my relatives used to complain to my parents. We haven't heard a single word from her mouth. How can someone be so quiet? Even my friends used to say that you are the most shyest person. Well, when someone used to come up at our home, I just used to smile. I could be good at controlling or hiding my emotions, while my mom is the exact opposite. Whenever she sees someone, random person getting married, she'll burst into tears. It was this one time that I had to give my driving license test, which I desperately wanted to clear. Apart from driving people crazy, I can drive a car as well. So I was so nervous while giving the test that I failed the test because of a very stupid mistake. I felt like a failure. It was the first time that I had cried that bad. I'd even left my maths phobia behind, but I don't know what had happened. Similar thing happened during two of my interviews, when the interviewer said, "You look so stressed," and tried to calm me down. So I think I've changed a lot now. Once I become very comfortable with someone, I'm a very extrovert person. So a disclaimer for all of you. After passing 2 months of my free time, I finally got motivated enough to sit down and write down my first icebreaker speech. And I'm glad that I did. Remember, you can never have more time. Use this time you have right now to take control of your life. Nothing is easy. You have to make it easy. With that, I'll like to end with a quote by Roy T. Bennett. If you want to fly, you have to give up what weighs you down. Thank you. Back to
Thank you for the speech. Beautiful speech, I would say. And we have Asta also here, one of our guests coming here. And no wonder why I even pulled a lot of ways, because the first time I failed in my maths exam, I didn't cry, but it was kind of pride. Okay, I mean, very honest. Like till class 10, I was one of the toppers and stuff like that. And I was in 11th, suddenly, it was a testosterone boost or something like that. I became the march of the class, breaking fans and stuff like that. Some kind of energy came in. And then I thought, okay, let's try to be a backbencher also, let's fail in some exams. Because accountancy and maths, handling both the things are like, it's a very different level. So first time I failed in maths, it was a good feeling, and it was a good feeling. Moving forward, we have someone who just joined the club some months back. He's in the EC right now. He is converting people, guests into members. He's having that convincing power, that smile, that humor, that confidence right now. And trust me, he tells me somewhere in our private conversations, Ritik भैया पता है, मैं कभी इतना लाइफ में confident नहीं feel किया जितना मैं अभी करता हूँ. Ritik, do you really know? I've never felt that confident the way I feel it right now. Moving forward with none other than the Vice President Membership TM Kavya's speech. But before that, let me call upon his evaluator, again a humor buster himself, TM Abhishek, on the stage.
TM Ritwik said that the evaluator keeps an eye on the speaker. That is why I am wearing the same color t-shirt as my speaker. Anyways, TM Kavya will be giving his level 2 project 1 speech today. So he has completed level 1. So we can have a small round of applause for him. On the other hand, I am stuck in level 1 for 6 months. So you can also have a small round of applause. The purpose of his speech is to give a few collection of humorous stories and thread them into a coherent story and present in a humorous way. His pathway is engaging humor, that is why. And let me tell you about something about Team Kavya. He has given me many heartbreaks. A very cliched thing, but I would tell you something. I might have repeated it before too. When he first messaged me, I was very happy because his name is Kavya. When he said hi, I was like hi. But then he said me bhaiya. But still I was okay because I come from Bengal and people call each and everyone Dada. So I thought maybe I will convert this bhaiya into but still Then I saw his DP, so I was crashed that time. I think that's why we have so many guests over here. They might have thought that Kavya is someone else. Meeting after meeting, we have so many guests. When they come, they see Kavya is a female, that's why, and they don't join. That's why the new membership is low. So anyways, please welcome him. I hope he makes some mistakes so that I can fill up my speech in the evaluation segment. He's very fluent. He doesn't give any chance to point out mistakes. But I wish him the best and handing the stage back to Kumar.
Thank you so much. A huge applause for that guy who has just completed L1 within some months. Again. Moving forward. TM Kavya. Lodhi's Diaries. Lodhi Diaries. TM Kavya on the stage.
Saturday. It was a lovely Saturday. And it was none other than the president of our club. It was his idea to host a meeting at 9:30 in the morning. I, however, who slept at 4 a.m. Hope you can understand, I got awake from a 2-hour sleep. I was feeling like a crazy person. But I was really excited for this informal meet because this has happened after so many times. I have been in CDTM for 6 months and it was the first time that I was so much happy about it. I woke up, I got ready just like any normal other day, and I got to the metro just like any normal other day, and then at the Jorbagh metro station, because Lodhi Garden is close to Jorbagh. So when I went there, Manya was waiting for me, and then we went along to Lodhi Garden, and she was so excited about this informal meet. She has so many snacks and chips stuffed in her bag, I could see them. And I was like, oh man, I want this. So it was like that, she was so excited. Every member of this club was filled with enthusiasm and effervescence about this meeting. We reached the destination, the garden. At the very first door, at the entrance itself, the first face that I saw is Mr. Rakesh sir. And I must say, he's a very punctual man. Ritvik decided that the timing should be at 9:30 a.m. sharp. And I was there, I think at 9:30 only. Rakesh sir was there before me, like almost 9 a.m. I think. And the captain of our ship who decided that it should be 9:30, he was there at 10:30. So, yeah. So back to that. When we reach the destination, our first job is to find the exact spot where we can conduct the meeting, right? It was a difficult task. It took around 30 minutes to 1 hour to find the exact spot where to fit the meeting. And it was the first step was to hold a meeting, an informal one, and it was conducted in an area like it was open, and in the middle of like rain was also there, like tiny little droplets, but we didn't care. And after that, I was the lucky one to witness Mr. Rakesh's icebreaker speech, in which he told about how his childhood went, and then about his education, then about his own, like why he wanted to join Toastmasters and all his goals. So it was my pleasure to witness that speech. After that, we witnessed the speech of my speech evaluator present here today, Mr. Abhishek sir, who is also the human king of CDTM. And it was hilarious when he mentioned his first experience when he encountered Mr. Ritvik as who is the currently president. When it was the first day of Abhishek, how he encountered Ritvik was like hilarious. So how it happened was, when Abhishek was in the washroom, Mr. Ritvik was also there. Ritvik was doing his own thing, and after that, what happened? Ritvik, when he was doing his own thing, his door was left unopened, for some reason, and Abhishek was staring at Ritvik. Ritvik is staring at Abhishek, and Ritvik says to Abhishek, "My eyes are over here." It was hilarious, trust me. I was also laughing like an 8-year-old. After that, what happened? When we conducted this whole meeting and those interesting segments, here a person is there, Kanav, who is also a former member of the club. He passed the football to me and we started playing. And after that, the crazy part comes, dumb charades. When was the last time we played dumb charades? Any guesses, like any experiences? When we were 8-year-old, 10-year-old, 12-year-old, at that time, I was playing at, I'm around 19, so I was playing at that time. And we had around 10 members with us. So we made a team of 5 people here. We made a team of 5 people here. Mr. Ritvik and I was the opponent. As you can see, make the team more balanced. But trust me, I had Mr. Abhishek sir with my side, and then we had Arvind sir, Rakesh sir, Rajesh sir, and in this Ritvik's team, what he had was experience of people, and what I had was the youth of this country. And you will know who wins at the end. But what happened was, from movies like Casablanca, from movies like Poltergeist, it was an amazing table topic section, because we have to act something, right? And then you have to guess something. So it was amazing. And after that, what happened was, after this dumb charade was over, it resulted into a tie. Nobody could win. So we had to do something, right? What we did, we took out the football and we started playing, because this was the factor that's going to decide who is going to win today. So because Ritvik had the advantage of experience in dumb charade, and now the youth of this country had the advantage of youth, obviously, because football, So we started playing, and after that, when we were playing, Mr. Rakesh sir also mentioned that he's 48 years old and he was still running behind the ball like an 8-year-old. It was amazing to hear. And at the very end, how it all ended was, because I had the ball at that time. I was running towards the goal, like I want to hit the goal. Then I passed the ball right to Kanav, and he shoot straight into the goal. And you know what? The score was 3-0. We had an edge over the experience of this country. We won as being the youth of this country, and it was an amazing journey. Now, you must be saying, why did I share this experience with you? Because what I feel, I have been in this club for around 6 months, and what I realized is, this club or Toastmasters is not just about speaking skills, it is not just about personality development, it is not about leadership skills, but it is also about creating some beautiful memories of your life with some of the most innovative and creative people on this earth. And I realized this, that that day was one of the most memorable days of my life. So, yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you so much for this.
Excellent, excellent. That only film that we lost was Albert Pinto Ko Kyun Gussa Aata Hai. And you understand this, guys, they actually guessed this film out. That was the experience of this guy. Okay, Abhishek, I'm talking, not with you. Moving forward, we have the last speech in the prepared speeches segment. Coming forward is someone who joined this club some months back, and I can tell you, he is a very humorous person. I still remember his stint in the last special meeting. No wonder why, before I call him, I'll be calling him, that is TM Shobit I'm talking about, I'll be calling his evaluator on the stage, and that's none other than TM Pooja.
A very warm good evening to everyone present here, and a special good evening to Toastmasters Shobit. I'm on cloud 9 to get an opportunity to evaluate Toastmasters Shobit. However, I'll keep it as succinct as possible. Toastmasters Shobit will be giving his level 1 project to speech under the Pathways Innovative Planning. The purpose of this project is to learn or review basic methods for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. And the topic being recycling our way through life. I wish the speaker all the very best for his speech. May he captivate the audience and deliver an impactful speech. All the best, Toastmaster Shobit.
Well, again, I hope I'll be getting some viewers, tickles on my funny bones out there on his speech. Moving forward. TM Shobit Gupta. Recycling our way through life. Recycling our way through life. TM Shobit.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My name is Shobhit Gupta and I'll be speaking on the topic recycling our way through life. Now, the topic explains itself and you might think, what is he going to say on this? We're starting with the 3 R's: reduce, reuse and recycle. The topic today is very serious and you won't be getting any tickles. So, what is recycling? Of course, recycling is what we use to convert the end product, to commute the waste into a new product. And this is what we call a circular economy. A circular economy is based on, again, reducing the waste that we generate and reducing the need to create new products. It is about making a closed loop in which we can make the products, reuse the products and reduce the need for new products. It is all about sustainability and a sustainable way of life. This is about closed economy. What we currently pursue is a linear form of economy. A linear form of economy goes through when we produce the goods, we use the goods, but we do not dispose it off in the right manner. When was the right time? When was the last time when you rightly disposed of the product and made sure that it will be recycled? Do you know what happens to your waste? Do you know what happens to the trash that you put out every day? No. Much of that trash is not recycled, let me tell you. All the plastic that is in there is non-recyclable and ends up in the waste in the landfills that are there in our NCR. I want you to imagine for once a state, a country, a planet with zero waste. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine a country with zero waste that recycles everything that it produces? That is a country, that is an earth that we want, because the nature is closed. The nature has limited resources and we need to find a way to make sure that we use that resources in the right manner. Now all that theory is fine, but what is the practicality? I want to talk to you about businesses, how businesses transform the products and how new types of practices are coming through. The first one is polluter pays. The polluter is responsible for the actions and the pollution that they are creating. They need to step up and cater and take action towards cleaning the pollution that they are making. They dump the waste into the ocean and do not think forward. Next is, you might use Zomato in your daily lives. Now you may have noticed that they have put a succinct option in their application, that is to recollect the plastic bottles that are circulated, the Coca-Cola PET bottles, because they are recyclable and are not disposed of in the right manner by us. Have you ever checked that option? Have you ever used that option? Have you ever wondered, yeah, I will keep this plastic bottle with me, take it home and give it to Zomato? No, we do not think that way, and that is why I want to communicate this point to you, that it is in our hand that we can transform the world. The next example that I want to share is a startup named Theli, the plastic bag that we use. But no, it is not based on that. It is based on reducing the plastic waste that is out there in the oceans. It is collecting the plastic waste in the oceans, the plastic bags, and using them to make shoes. Imagine the shoes that we are all wearing. Imagine that it would be made out of plastic waste out of ocean. How clean would the oceans become slowly and gradually? Now, further that, I want to talk to you about this. This is a tissue paper. It is not white in color, it is brown. Why? Because it is recycled. It's a Starbucks tissue paper. But not that. It is 100% recycled paper, and it is an initiative that they have taken so that they can reduce the use of new production of tissue papers that requires cutting of trees. What we can do is always think what we are going to buy, what we are purchasing on daily manner. You go to Amazon, you buy a huge bag of plastic bag, your garbage disposal bags, but do you ever think that there could be alternatives? There could be greener alternatives? We need to think before buying and before littering. These are the alternatives. There are always alternatives to our materials, to our purchases, and we need to take a step back and realize what we are doing, what we are contributing towards the pollution of the environment, towards the landfills that are out there at the NCR, in all over India, and to the oceans that are dumped like anything, filled with plastic waste, damaging so much of our marine life. You cannot even imagine. I'm sorry. We have only one habitable planet in our solar system. Let's use its resources sustainably and efficiently. Let's become a sustainable person. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Like, that's what we like about Toastmasters. I still remember speeches of Mr. Dhanil, who mostly speaks on scientifically intellectual topics. I still can't recall the topic names, it was so complicated, but it was very interesting the way he used to simplify the message that he had in the particular speech, simplifies it and puts it before the audience. So kudos to people like that who actually, along with the humorous content that is normally practiced in Toastmasters, brings up environmentally and socially conscious topics too. And that's the beauty of Toastmasters. Moving forward, we all know those particular moments in our life when we suddenly got a kind of command, I would say, from our boss, dude, you need to make a presentation. It's just after 1 hour. Now, in this situation, if you are merely staying up as a prepared speaker who takes hours to write down a speech, practice it in front of the mirror in the washroom, and then come on this stage, I don't really think you'll be getting your appraisal in the next year. But in case you are having that impromptu skills, that is to step out and speak at the moment in itself, you will ace not only in your job, but maybe while you are speaking with your crush. Because that needs confidence, that needs impromptu skills, and that needs a lot of things which I can discuss with you guys later after the meeting. Whatsoever, moving forward to bring up, but before that, let's have the polls first. Are the polls ready, Kavya?
Yes, sir.
So you guys will be having the polls. So please do visit the EC groups, sorry, the CDTM groups group description. You'll be having the voting link there and vote up there itself. And as far as the guests are concerned, we have a QR, right?
Votes
Yeah,
are online?
Votes are online.
You have to do it from a phone only.
Okay. So can we share that link to the guests? Guys, do vote. It's your democratic right. We need to move forward because our opinion, your opinion does matter, regardless of grammatical evaluations. Sometimes public opinion is also really important. It's simple as go to the CDTM group, the formal group, not the family group, the formal group. You will be having the voting link in the description itself. Click on the voting link and vote your favorite speaker. We had 4 great speakers today. We had the beginning, the first speaker being TM Arman. TM Arman, can you just raise your hands? He's TM Arman. He has given a good speech. Then we had TM Nancy, who just left because of some work. We had then TM Kavya, and at the end we have our environmentally conscious speaker, TM Shobit also. The 4 speakers, kindly to vote, exercise your democratic rights. Any problems? You can, Kavya can really solve it for you. Guys, you voted? Voted, guys? Voted, sir? Voted everyone? Have everyone voted?
Yes, sir.
So we're waiting for more 1 minute until we vote. And before that, just on a basis, You can also say, today at the end of the meeting, guys, we'll be having a kind of informal module of how can you handle the Basecamp, the website. How you can go to your personal profile and book your speeches and then end your speeches, which is very important. Because after you end that assignment, I get a notification and I need to tick it up. Because then only your speech will be recognized. So I'll be giving you the module by performing it on my own mobile or from Kagya's mobile. I'll be giving you a live how you will be completing your assignment. This is a problem a lot of members are facing. Today is the end of it. We'll solve the problem also. And after this, let me tell you guys, we have 2 months to complete all our DCP education goals and the 17 triple crowns at the end of June. It's a target. We need to keep up this target. 4 speakers we want every single day. So we already have 2 for the next meeting. Okay, Raj has already enrolled for the next meeting speech. That's a spirit. Go for speeches as much as possible. Go through your evaluations and become a great speaker. I have the votings in round.
Yes.
Now comes the main time. Speaking on your toes. Speaking when you do not have a flashcard. Speaking when you are at the hem of all affairs, managing everything at an unprecedented situation, and you need to know what you need to do later. So to check those skills, we have the table topic segment, and I request every single guest to please do raise your hands and participate in this particular segment. Coming up, TM Vivek, the table topics master of today's evening.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. As you know, this session of Toastmasters is favorite session for guests especially, because this is the only session where guests can participate. You don't need to be a member to participate in this session, so that's the beauty of this session. And for those who are new to the table topics, I would like to tell that in table topic session, I will be giving you some open-ended questions or open-ended topics on which you have to speak impromptu. Like immediately you need to immediately prepare your mind at what you are going to speak, and the time will be from 1 minute to 2 minutes, 30 seconds at max. So to qualify for the voting, you should complete your speech in 1 minute. Minimum 1 minute you should take, and at the upper end it will be 2 minutes 30 seconds. So as guests can participate, so I would like to participate maximum number of guests. Those are present here right now. So without wasting time, what you have to do, you have to choose one number from 1 to 8. So first who would like to be a volunteer?
So we have first
Any
guest.
guest?
Please do attend there.
Yes, Sandeep. So choose one number from 1 to 8. 3. So for number 3, it is an experience which changed my life. An experience which changed my life. Yes.
I think it was during 12th when I decided that I should build my career. I started preparing for IIT, and I had to slog a lot during 11th and 12th, and during my first attempt I cleared IIT Delhi, and I think that was the most eventful event in my life, which changed. I am from a very small town, Rishikesh, where not good education was there, and then I came here in IIT Delhi, and I built my career, and I think this was the most eventful event in my life, which changed my life and my time. Thank you.
Very good experience in such a short span of time. We'll move forward. I would like to call upon who is coming next.
Sir.
Yes.
I think we need to
Anybody can participate. Yes, start.
We are nominated, huh? Your wish is my
So
turn.
let's have a round of applause for our guests. Your guest person, choose one number from 1 to 8.
5.
5. Number 5 is, if I could eliminate one modern technology, what would it be and why? If I could eliminate one modern technology, what would it be and why? Guest Roshan. Guest Roshan. If I could eliminate one modern technology, what would it be and why?
It's giving me more thinking time. Repeating it twice and then thrice, you know. I kind of already have eliminated that technology. I've left my phone there. So I think if I'm given the choice or the freedom to eliminate one modern technology that has become a real irritation and kind of a disruption to our life, that would be our closest ally, the mobile phone, actually. So, you are doing something and then it buzzes, and you're doing something important and there is a notification pop up and you are always distracted. But it's very difficult, it's very difficult to eliminate. But imagine a world without mobile phones. Wow, what a blissful world it will be. No mobiles, no disruptions. You have absolute control over your life without mobile phones. But today, you are enslaved by this small gadget, which seems to be more powerful than you. And you have no freedom, no choice, right? The moment it pings, you're like this. The moment it rings, you're like this. And I don't know why you have this FOMO kind of, you got this FOMO. If you miss a call, I don't know what will happen. The sky will fall down or what? No, it's not going to happen. Come on. If you miss a message, if you miss a call, nothing is going to happen. Stay calm, stay in charge, and take charge of that bloody mobile phone before it takes charge of you. Thank you so much.
What an insightful speech was. Really, we need to think over it again, that how to use it so that we can become the master of it. So, without delaying further, I would like to call upon any Toastmasters. Any Toastmaster would like to come? Pick your number from 1 to except 3 and 5.
Except 1, 2, 3 and 5.
3 and 5.
Except 3 and 5.
Yes.
7.
7. You must share a moment from your life when you felt truly proud of yourself and your accomplishment.
So when I was given this topic, I was thinking, is there ever a moment in my life when I felt proud? Because forever I kept on sabotaging myself. I can't communicate, I can't talk, and that always, I've always pushed myself, downward in life. So the moment I think of a proud moment, I always think of Toastmasters and how I've managed to be consistent in past 2 years, and I've been managed to try harder every time, come on the stage and be able to speak. This was my biggest fear, and of course I'm still not there as a great communicator, but I feel proud that I've managed to be here and at least be able to attempt to speak in front of so many people. So I can say that this is one of my most treasured moments as of now.
Definitely. Toastmasters provide us a platform where we can not only improve presentation skills, speaking skills, but also leadership skills also. So now I would like to call upon our one more guest is there. I would like to call. Let's have a huge round of applause for our guest. These last 3 topics, I have seen that all are taking odd numbers. Why don't you take an even number from 2, 4, and 3? 4. Number 4. So for him the topic is, what if I became ruler of the world for a day? What if I became the ruler of the world for radio. Yes, please.
Quite a big responsibility. Because I don't think so anyone has ever been the ruler of the whole world. To set an agenda is quite difficult. But one thing that comes to my mind is to being I would from that I am a student of political science, and this is something that is in my mind like 24 hours is the hierarchy that is there in the world. And hierarchy is there's a system that builds this hierarchy, how margins are created, how people are, the work that people do, how people conduct themselves, how they are dehumanized in the world. This is something I want to eliminate. There is not sort of a plan because it's suddenly to me that right now. There is not a firm plan, but this is something I want to work on. If I become the, my main motto would be to promote the equality so that every people can feel that they are equal and they are actually a part of this earth equally. Thank you.
What is great thinking? That equality, because equality brings peace, harmony, and purity in the world. So let's have a huge round of applause for him so that he shared such good content with us. So now we'll move further. I would like to call upon one more guest. Let's welcome with huge round of applause. So guest Abhishek, choose one number from 1, 2, 6 and 8. Which you would like? 8. So number 8. If I was the first person on the Mars. If I was the first person on the Mars.
Let me come a bit closer because I have been till now been a part of online meeting. So this is the first time I am attending an offline session with so many people after a long time. And one thing about me is I don't like making efforts. So here I have to make effort to make myself audible to all of you. So that's a very big thing. And regarding the topic, that's a very I can never think about that kind of situation because as I told you, I don't like making effort, and going to Mars will require making effort, like going into a spaceship and cooking food for myself or doing things for me. So it's a sort of situation which I can never imagine about. But coming to my habit of not making effort, so how this thing started. So when I was in college, there was one day I was sleeping and one of my friend was listening something, and in that speech Bill Gates was giving speech, and he told that it's the laziest people who comes up with the smartest solutions. So I thought, oh wow, that's a nice thing. It's a good thing to be lazy. So that motivated made me to become a lazy person, but I never came up with any smart solution. I only became lazy and lazy. So in my life, I never, when I was prior to this, I am a part of an online Toastmaster club. So how that is different from this club? Here I have to make eye contact with a lot of people. In that online club, only thing I have to see is the camera hole. Camera hole, because it's the only thing. And another thing, the moment my task is done, I just switch off my video and I just lie down on my bed, keeping my earphone on. That's the only thing. Even my wife, who is a Toastmaster club member herself, she used to tell me how this Toastmaster club will make a change in your life. And this is doing nothing for you. You are just like that. It's not changing you in any way. And it's her who has pushed me that you should go and visit an offline club. So
bring your wife also there. Bring your wife also there.
Thanks everyone.
What a phenomenal answer, both really mesmerizing. Definitely offline platforms provide us more opportunity to be open and to tell our story with ease, and we get a lot of advantage over that. So in the journey of guests, we have a lot of guests today. So we would like to call on one more guest. Please come. So let's have a huge round of applause for him. like this. 1, 2, 6. Number 6. Are you sure? It has, for you the topic is, listen carefully. If I could invent something, what will it be? Okay, start. If I could invent something, what will it be?
That's quite an interesting topic. So I came here just to improve my communication and speaking skills. So I would like to invent something which can help someone to improve his communication or speaking skills. So and like which is way easier than like standing up from here when getting just I'm getting nervous at this moment. So yeah, I'd like to introduce or invent something which will help anyone's communication or speaking skills to get improved without facing this the nervousness which I am facing right now. So I'd like to make it a little more easy for anyone who is on the way of his to improve his communication or speaking skills.
Definitely, if I could invent something, then definitely